Go. One of the more popular AK-47s on the market right now is the Romanian WASR. I hope I said that right. WASR 10. A lot of people say, well, does yours have a canted front sight? Does yours have magazine wobble, trigger slap? These terms, a lot of people may not understand, so let's discuss what that means. Whenever you go down to the store and you're looking at a Romanian-made AK-47, a little bit of gun safety here. The very first thing you do whenever you handle a firearm is you inspect it to make sure it is not loaded. You inspect the chamber. You inspect the magazine. I just took the magazine out, so we know this firearm is not loaded. You go down to a local store. They hand you the AK-47 off the gun rack. The very first thing you do is you make sure it's not loaded. Set it on the ground. Look straight down the barrel. This may look a little strange looking down the barrel of an AK-47. But what that does, let me see that camera just for a second, Corey. Yes, some of these AKs have what's called a canted front sight. That means that this front sight is leaning to the left or to the right. Whenever the rifle is in the firing position, mine leans to the right. There we go. There's a way to fix that. Drive out the pin that holds the front sight on, turn it, drive the pin back in. But from what I've seen from firing this rifle, the canted front sight does not affect the accuracy too much. But then again, I have not done any real target shooting at 100, 200 yards. But then again, the AK-47 is not an extremely accurate rifle like the AR-15. Well, at least this model is not. Some of them claim to be super accurate. The magazine wobble. Whenever the so-called assault rifle ban, yeah, right, expired, they took these rifles and put them on a milling machine and milled out the side of the rifle, the magazine well, so they would accept a standard AK-47 double-stack magazine. Some of these were done very sloppy, and there's a lot of room, and it allows the magazine to wobble. Some magazines are worse than others. This magazine is, I guess, Chinese made because it's got made in China stamped on the bottom of it. Some of my Bulgarian magazines fit pretty good. Some of the generic no-name AK-47 magazines have a lot of wobble, and as you're carrying the rifle, they make a good bit of noise as you're walking through the woods. I mainly use this AK for hog hunting. Going out, I can strap it to a four-wheeler, get it dirty, get it dusty, and it's no big deal. It's not like I'm getting my AR-15 all scratched up. The trigger slap is another factor. A lot of people say, well, what is trigger slap? It is where you squeeze the trigger, fire off a round, and the trigger will slap your finger. And on this model, I have not noticed that too much. Okay, let's fire off a few rounds. Go ahead and pause the video. Go. Yeah, you're at the firing line, you're ready to go. Push your safety down. Do not ease the bolt forward. Let it go at this point. The return spring will carry the bolt forward and chamber around. Immediately turn your safety back on. Come up into firing position and lean into the rifle to absorb the recoil. That I heard. Anyway, as you're firing, be sure and lean into the rifle to help absorb some of the recoil. It helps you come back down right on target again. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that's that magazine, some of the magazine wobble. A couple of points about the AK that I wish it had was a bolt hold back, so whenever your last round is fired, it will hold the bolt back. It doesn't. One of the problems that I've had with my Romanian-made AK-47 is that whenever the bolt comes back, sometimes it will stick see if I can get it to do it. But then again, this rifle, if the bolt comes back, whenever it goes to go forward, it will get stuck on the hammer. But I don't know if that's just from not having any rounds. There, like that. Sometimes whenever you're firing, the bolt will come back, stick on top of the hammer. Just give it a little slap forward, and it will continue on. But this rifle, it don't have but maybe 100, 200 rounds shot through it, maybe 200. So after I get 1,000 or 2,000 rounds through it, it may work a lot better. Okay, thank you for your time.